Hello everybody, it's Aaron. Welcome to another episode of SolitaryCraft. You're looking at my ender-thermic pump and magma dynamo. I don't typically like to use lava power, but I need resources, plain and simple, and it's time to run a quarry. I've already made the quarry. I've made a couple of ender tanks, and it's time to do this. I don't like lava because it's too easy, but whatever. We might as well use the resource since it's in the mod pack. I have actually run the quarry once. I had a huge fiasco in a couple of Mistcraft ages. If you have ever tried to run a quarry over ice, you know what I went through. I don't recommend you try it. The quarry will break the ice, and then it will go back every time the ice regrows and have to break it again. It's a pain. Additionally, that world was all dirt. There was no ores or anything. So I generated a bunch of random Mistcraft ages just because I just needed an age. And I actually got three that had molten metals in them. One was steel, one was electrum, and one was copper. They all had taint in them, so I'm not going to go back to those worlds. Is it taint? No, flux. Whichever one goes with Mistcraft. Purple, red, blue, whatever. Basically instability. So I'm going to save those worlds until I have a liquid storage facility, or I think we have extra cells. We do have extra cells, so we can store liquid in the ME system. So once I have one of those two places, I'm going to go pump a bunch of it, and then I guess I'll have to make a smeltery to turn it into ingots or whatever. So basically how I'm going to transfer the items is with the ender chest, and I've already got some deep storage units, and I'm using these because they're really easy to pick up and move. Same with these guys, the strong boxes, which actually I found out you can upgrade while there are items in them. So that's pretty nice. You don't have to empty them out to upgrade them. You just pick them up, put them in your crafting thing, and you're all set. So let's set up all of this stuff on this side. Like I said, this stuff is very easy to pick up, which is why I'm using it. This is not going to be where it goes forever. It's just going to be where it goes for right now. All the bulk items go to deep storage units, and we should mostly just end up with like ores and clay, probably some sticks, since there is a Twilight forest biome where we're going to be running the quarry. And I found out that one item duct was not fast enough to keep the chest empty, but two seemed to do the job okay. So I've already got some stuff in here. The one thing I don't like about these is that inventory tweaks does not work with them. I can't middle click to sort. The other few ages I generated were all netherrack. So I was really hit or miss today. I think we'll use this one. It's a Twilight forest biome. One is raining and one is not. This is the one that's not raining. Okay, we're finally here. It takes a long time to load into a Mistcraft age for me for some reason. So, what is that? A king spider and a skeleton druid. I don't really know if I want to tangle with them. It's a good thing I can fly. Ah, damn it. Now I'm going to turn into that stupid guy. I need to go to the morph config and see if I can turn off the auto morph the first time you kill something. However, look at me. Alright, enough shenanigans. So let me go back to bat form. The only bad thing about this place is that it has these roots in the ground. We're going to get a lot of sticks. Not really that much of a problem, but they can be a nuisance to store. I need to burn this place down because we are going to have a lot of mobs around here. So I think for the first quarry, I'll just run it over this water right here in case there's any lava down there. And what I'll do eventually, when I hook up the Ender IO machines, I don't know why I don't have a zombie as a morph yet. I've killed a ton of them. When I hook up the Ender IO machines again, I will make a dimensional transceiver so we don't have to move engines around. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this with all these zombies coming at me. I don't know if it's going to work. Let's put it up here for now, and hopefully it'll work okay. I'm only going to set this up once in an episode, and then I do most of it in between episodes. So let's put our dynamos on here. We're going to end up with some planks. Probably not that big of a deal, really. Is that item duct? It is. I need fluid duct. What do I do with it? Here we go. And then we'll throw down our ender tank and right click at the auto output. We've got power. We'll put the ender chest on top of the quarry. And then we'll go to the other end and make sure it works as intended. Like I said, one item duct, it only pulled out the first stack. Every time there was something there, it never moved on to the second. So I added the second item duct on top to make sure that the chest didn't overflow. Let's see if I can get through here alive. Alright, here we are. Nothing in here yet because it doesn't shear the leaves, it actually destroys them. If any saplings hit the ground, then we will get the saplings. But we're not going to get the leaves. And that's fine. So the thing is, it's really hard to tell until it gets down to dirt and cobblestone level. We're giving the thing the equivalent of 32 MJ, which is about, I don't know, 3/4 or so of what it will actually use. And let's check one other thing while we're here. Surely that skeleton will come find us. Alright, this thing right here, you can see it's still full. So 2 MJ's worth of solar panels is enough to run this thing consistently. I'm not sure how that would work with the MFR versions, but it seems to work okay with this guy. And how are we doing on? About 9,000. Not bad. Could be better, but you know, what are you gonna do? So we're not down to dirt yet. We're still on trees. I'm going to hang out for a second. I'll come back when we've got a sizable amount of items running through the chest here. Okay, here we go. We've hit dirt. So, you know, it takes out the dirt after it gets about 5 or 6 of them. Really the issue would be when you get multiple items in here. You know, say you hit dirt, cobble, iron, whatever. It's got to pull from at least the first couple or 3 slots. Surely this would keep up with a full speed quarry as well. But the fact that it's keeping up with this is good enough for me. I wanted to put more in there at once just to see. Yeah, so if need be, I can always put another item duct on this side of the ender chest, but I don't really think that's going to be necessary for now. Maybe at some point in the future. So I'm going to craft the dimensional transceiver in between episodes. And the reason is because it takes a long time. I've got to make 2 of these things, which means I have to make 2 of these capacitors plus 2 more phased alloys, which I have to make the energetic alloy, and then let me turn off the stupid phone. I have to make the energetic alloy and then turn that into the phased alloy. And that's just these 2. The capacitor takes 2 phased alloys and 2 double layered capacitors. It's a whole ordeal. So I'm going to do that on my own. As soon as this quarry finishes, I should have the resources. I probably do now, but you know, you can never have too many resources. So we're going to end up with mainly ores in these chests, and then I'll just throw them up there, process them. I'll try to figure out a solution for liquid storage and I guess I could pump it directly into the smeltery from the other world, but I don't know how fast that smeltery works, so I'll have to think about how I'm going to get the molten copper, molten electrum, molten steel here. If I could find a way to store the steel to start with, then I can use that steel to make tanks to store the other stuff. So I'm going to think about that. I'll come up with something, and then next episode, maybe that's what we'll do. We'll set up the smeltery and pump some of that stuff from those Mistcraft ages back here so we can use it to our benefit. Even though there's instability, I think it'll be okay for a short period of time. So that's going to do it for this episode. If you guys have any questions, comments, etc., please leave them down below as usual. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.